up, you just show your warrant card, because you're the only one who hasn't shown it. Can you just show your warrant card? I've got a police uniform.
Stick with this one till the end. The police, security, and a certain person claiming to act on behalf of the bank with what appears to be an old dodgy-looking corporation name will now be presented to you in detail. Are the police bought and paid for in such a way most people may not comprehend?
Now then, you look fresh today. Can you just pull your chin down a bit?
Just checking the radio again on my little doobry.
We've got body cams recording and cameras for your protection. Nobody's going to harm you. Obviously, you're here because you've been given a job to do. Yes. But you're not aware of the backstory, are you? Allegations of fraud and theft have been taking place. It's still in the investigation stage.
The court doesn't even exist, and the bank don't know anything about any eviction. If they were evicting, they would have sent the tenants off as well. This is clear-cut. No, it doesn't matter. This is clear-cut fraud.
Is your dog aggressive?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's K9, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine, I know. Yeah. But you have a duty to keep it on a lead, because I'm no threat to you. Do you know there's allegations of fraud and theft involved in this property? Do you want to just tell the people watching this why you never moved your vehicles when you were asked? I mean, if there's something criminal happened to you, then the police will obviously deal with it now because it's all on camera. Have they been asked to leave the property now?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair play to them. Look at them all walking away. That's a good request.
Actually go on the walk of shame.
All implied rights of access have been removed for the police because, as we've stated, you're a criminal organisation. So you won't be going on the property, okay? Yeah, but you're not here for breaching the peace because we've got you now evidenced over the past 4 years through rapid response of the crimes you've committed.
A radio update. The homeowner is actually just explaining to the police now, and the police are listening.
I wasn't planning not to be arrested.
No, I didn't think you would. I've got handcuffs on as well. Are you okay with that?
Oh, sorry.
Does your key fit mine?
I don't know.
It does.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, they all got the same one though.
Yeah. You seem chatty.
No, sorry mate, I'm just a bit...
No, you seem chatty. I'm saying you seem chatty.
Oh, right, yeah.
It looks like you're going home today. You don't think you are?
We stay here.
Well, this is private property, this road. Are you aware of that?
We're doing our job.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah. Can I just say, there's allegations of theft on this property, so if you're actually here defending a property that's been stolen, you're potentially complicit.
We have your warrant cards as well, because we need to establish with your warrant cards we'll put you in the local constable. jurisdiction. And then if you just want to refuse to give us that, if you just want to give us your collar number.
Just very quickly, could you just show your warrant card? Because everybody else has.
I've got my collar number. You can see I'm...
If you've left it at the station, just say you've left it.
I haven't left it at the station.
Have you got it on you? Obstruction of the highway, shift your car. Quickly. 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 No, you wait. You wait. Obstruction of the highway, it's been recorded.
Wait. You have to wait.
Oi! Oi!
Have they broke your window, did you say? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong.
Look, it's not working.
Why? Can you not wind it up?
Where you are here?
Eh?
You're only here unlawfully. In a minute we're going to start dragging you out, because that's the way it's looking. Please talking to the police. They're not coming back to save you. Right, they're not coming back to save you. They're not out. They're not. They're not. They're not.
The handbrake is not working.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't working before, I don't know.
By car.
I don't know.
By forcing.
Well, it's on record. The video of what's happened is on record. Okay.
I have been to the court 9 times this year.
Wow.
This is from the courts.
This email here.
Yes, and it says 11th of November. The actual eviction took place on the 13th of November. And as you can see, it says the court has no knowledge of any eviction notice.
Interesting. And this document, finally, just a reference.
This is the actual eviction notice, and it says on it Accrington County Court, and that has not been a court for almost 10 years.
What date's that document?
That one is dated 29th of the 10th, 24. They actually came down, oh, it says 13th of the 11th, so that's when the actual eviction date was at 9 o'clock.
Could you just briefly tell me what happened on the eviction day?
18 vans turned up to our home without warning. In these 18 vans, there were 2 or 3 men in each van. there was 2 horse boxes, and there were a van full of dogs. The dogs were barking, they were pretending to open the door as if they were letting the dogs out. The horse box people said they were taking the horses to Ireland so that they could sell them or they could give them to the meat man. And then they had 2 locksmiths that broke into the house and they just basically took everything. They changed the locks, they refused to allow us anywhere near the house, and they wouldn't allow us to take anything either. And since then, the police have been back because a lot of the equipment that was in the workshops and things have disappeared. So there's an investigation into that. And we've just been in the car mostly. They gave us 1 day to go back to get all our things out of the property. Now, that's a huge property. And they said we had to have proof that every single thing in there was ours before we could take anything.
But you lived there?
Yes, so there's 20 odd years of our property, and if we couldn't prove, even if a cup was ours, we couldn't take it.
How can they prove it's not yours?
Well,
It works both ways, doesn't it?
it certainly does, yes.
I do like your face.
Thank you.
Are you two-faced?
Always.
You got 4 eyes there.
I know.
Bet you ain't got a clue who I am, have you?
Well, I think you're speaking in someone else's accent as well.
I am,
That's
to
a
throw
good
everybody.
disguise,
Yeah. That's what yeah, it is, top disguise.
I'm in possession of information that will substantiate that the people here are acting lawfully in line with that.
Right, okay,
So what I'm going to ask,
So it's a civil matter?
I'll speak to you. Because it's your property, it's your interest, and you've asked him to, so I'll speak to you.
This first document here, tell me what that is.
Right, this is one of the court papers that I've been getting for the last 9 years, and as you can see it says National Westminster Bank PLC, and the NatWest Bank said this is a fraudulent piece of paper because they do not use National Westminster Bank PLC anymore. They actually use this, the NatWest. I've been fighting with them for 9 years now to pay, and I didn't even know the NatWest changed their logo. I haven't had a single letter off the NatWest for years, but I didn't realise because I was only fighting with the solicitors for the bank.
So that's dated 20th of 12, 2024.
Yes.
And dear to whom it may concern, an investigation has started. Wow, so the bank are investigating this guy here.
Yes. This.
All right, okay, we won't say his name.
No.
It's there, never mind. So yeah, this is, what's this then, this document?
This is a piece of paper that was put on the outside of our home, and it's, as you can see, it says it's a High Court claim. There's no actual written number on it, there's no numbers on it whatsoever. That's most definitely not a High Court letter. It says Adelshaw Goddard solicitors on it, and then again it says this same man, AF, and so that was stuck on the outside of the door.
So very briefly then, this document here is dated the 24th of June 2024, and it's
Yes.
using the name National Westminster Bank PLC.
Yes, well, the bank have said they have most definitely not taken me to court at all. They said they have not issued any proceedings against us. There's no possession order that they know of. In fact, when I went to the bank to complain, why wouldn't you take our money all these years? And they said, I'm sorry, but we don't have your mortgage.
Wow.
Yes. So I said, what do you mean you don't have our mortgage? They said, we have looked on every system we have. You need to report this to the police straight away because the solicitor has done something with your property, and that was their own words. So that's where we're up to right now.
No, don't. Get him off. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So just very briefly then, I understand that you wanted to actually pay. How much was that?
Well, in 2015, we offered to pay the full amount of the loan, which was £626,904.51, and the bank refused. Well, we thought the bank refused. It was actually the bank solicitor, the same man who's been doing all this, who refused. So I fought in court for 7 years. In 2022, I went back to court, again a possession, but the judge said, I said I've been trying to pay this since 2015, and he ordered them to accept the amount that I offered in 2015.
So you tried to pay what was outstanding?
That's all I've done. I begged them, please take my money. from the beginning they would not allow me to pay this money. I still have that money available. I've extended the loan 5 times so far, and they would not accept it.
And it's my understanding that the property's worth a lot more than what you were paying as well. So do you think they're just interested in trying to steal your property?
Absolutely. It's worth 3 million. Even on the register, it still says it's in our name, but the NatWest have looked at this register and said straight away, this is a fraud. This says the NatWest still own the debt and own the mortgage on it, and they don't. They said, we do not own that.
So, just very briefly then, you actually took this property back on your own.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'd really absolutely had enough of staying in the car. I knew that the property was ours. I'd spoken to the bank, they agreed it was ours, so I just wanted to go home. I'd had enough. So I managed to get into the property through the door, and then when I went in there, I put a scaffold pole against the handle. So, and then I rang Mark up and said, Mark, I'm actually in the property. What do I do now? I didn't know. I had no clue.
Is that Bannerman?
Yes, Mark Bannerman. I just rang him and said, oh, Mark, I'm in there, so what do I do now? I didn't quite think it through.
I did give you some good advice.
You certainly did, yes.
We won't go into that.
No. Yes. And then the next thing, a security man was yelling at me through the door, and then 6 policemen turned up. They were saying they were swearing, saying they were going to kick the door down, and I'd better open it now or else, you know, they'd come in and I would be very sorry. So I decided that I was on my own, so I'd better open it. So I moved the scaffold pole, moved the chairs, and I let them in, and they were very rude. They didn't tell me who they were. They didn't say, you know, identify themselves in any way.
Did you manage to record anything?
I have got some recordings, yes.
I mean, is it possible to use any of that or not, or is it best to keep it out of the public domain for now?
I'm not sure if I would be allowed, so...
for what reason do you think you might not be allowed?
Well, the police said that I had to actually not go back to the property and not use anything from the property.
So you fear repercussions from the police if,
I do, yes.
Your video in public domain?
Yes, I do.
Well, we don't need to include that.
Without being rude to your lot, I couldn't give 2 hoots about you. Okay, you're here. Some of your gentlemen have been extremely abusive. If you get me away when I'm trying to do something and start shouting and threatening my family, why should I stand for that? That's disgusting and disgraceful behaviour. I didn't rise to it, but turning around and saying, I'm going to find where you drink, where your wife and kids are, and I'm going to fuck them up, is disgusting.
What I was bemused about is that the policeman went outside, went to his van or whatever, and he came back with a little box, like a fishing tackle box, and he actually put a new lock on for these people. So I said to him, is this your new job? You know, is this what you do?
For the police?
The policeman actually put the new lock on the door.
That's interesting.
That's what he did.
It's a civil matter.
Yes.
And the police are not allowed to get involved.
Well, I've been to the police station 6 times, and every time I went in, I didn't get past the desk. I even went to Cornwall at one point and went to the police there. They said exactly the same thing. However, since I did get back into my own home, I then made a complaint about the police to say that I've been told 6 times it was a civil matter, and when it came down to it, they didn't treat it like a civil matter. They treated it like I was a very bad person who had broken into someone else's home. So their officer who was in charge of them...
do you know his name?
I do, yes.
You
it's
can say that. It's
okay.
If you want to.
Sergeant Steele.
What do you think of Sergeant Steele?
He was very understanding on the phone. He wasn't there on the day, but he said he wasn't sure that his men did what they was
supposed.
They weren't. They didn't. He didn't really know very much about this. He said, and he apologised. He said, "I'll be so honest. I don't know much about this, so I will be looking into it." And then he then rang me the next day and said he'd got a single person to look at this case, and that they think that it should go to Greater Manchester Police, where this Feehan is based.
So the bottom line is, you got back into your property.
Yes.
The police came.
Yeah.
They told you not to go back in or you get arrested.
That's right.
Turns out they was wrong.
Yes.
And so that advice was wrong. So they're getting involved with something they don't really know about.
That's true.
And civil matters has nothing to do with the police.
That,
We've established that.
Absolutely.
And police officers get it wrong, you know what I mean?
But the thing is that they treated me like I was a bad person. They let the security man come in, and at one point they were all walking on the carpets in their muddy boots, and the security man had his foot on the wall, you know, and that made me really mad at him, and I just said, get your foot off my wall, don't be so rude, you know. But they treated me like I was criminal. They did not They were very nice to the security, but made out, and I explained to them that the paperwork on the door, although it said High Court on it, a High Court writ or a High Court piece of paper would not be signed by the same solicitor that's done this the whole time.
So in the meantime, let's see where the investigation takes you.
Yeah.
The police investigation.
Yeah.
Today, what are you hoping to do?
Go back home.
Is there a security at your home?
There is. Sometimes there's a couple of cars with dogs. At the moment there's one car, and the man, he actually uses the electricity in my house.
Have you given him authorisation for that?
I have not,
Do you
no.
think he's stealing electricity?
He is, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And all the machinery that's gone missing, they've had security on there the whole time. So, you know, you can work that out yourself.
Okay.
You know.
Right. I do believe there's a lot of people meeting at this destination.
Yes.
So it's nice to meet you. And
it's nice. Thank you so much for all your help. I'm really, really grateful. I can't tell you.
Why are you recording me?
Sorry?
Why are you recording me? You have permission to record me. I'm going to break your phone. Don't record me.
Why are you
Why
going to break my phone?
Why are you recording me?
Why are you going to break my phone?
Don't record me, I told you.
Why are
you recording me?
You now have a basic comprehension of what has happened over time. A multi-million-pound home and property that appears to have been criminally and fraudulently stolen from the owners. One point of interest is that the bank in this case is backing the homeowners. What you will see in this video will be complemented by disturbing scenes of what happened when rapid response turned out in numbers and the trotters did not understand it. It's now time for the context you have been waiting for. Make yourself comfy because this is deemed an insight and in many ways an education.
So the people now are just arriving at the security and having words, and the guy in the orange is here with the people who are recapturing the property.
Yeah, you're committing a criminal offence at the moment, okay? Yeah, this is theft of property. You need to disappear. Don't put your finger up at me, mate. You need to disappear.
Open your window. Open your window. We can't hear you.
I'm just currently talking to the security guard.
Cheers, Wayne.
He's obviously just getting dressed.
People don't even know what they're doing.
Hello there, how are you doing? Just want to advise you, we've got body cams recording and cameras for your protection. Nobody's going to harm you. Obviously you're here because you've been given a job to do,
yes.
But you're not aware of the backstory, are you? Allegations of fraud and theft have been taking place. It's still in the investigation stage. So the reason why the people are here today, maybe someone else wants to explain that to you, and I'm just going to record it for evidence.
All right.
If you have any questions, ask any questions anytime.
You're right, mate. Is that your boss?
Yeah.
Can I speak to him?
Why are you here, by the way?
Just ask him, can he speak to me for a second?
What's your name?
My name, Phil.
Phil. No.
You all right? Are you his boss, buddy?
You okay, mate?
Hiya, you okay? Right, we've been on to the owner of the property. The lawful owner of the property has been on to the bank. They don't know anything about any repossession. We've got documentation saying that the court's been closed for 10 years, that the court order was sent from. This is clear, uttering documents, fraudulent documents. So what we're going to do, this property has now been taken back lawfully. You need to leave.
How can you take it lawfully?
We can't. No.
You don't get to use fraudulent documents.
You haven't had the stamp off the court. It's got no court seal. It's got no stamp off the judge. The court doesn't even exist, and the bank don't know anything about any eviction. If they were evicting, they would have sent the tenants off as well. This is clear cut. No, it doesn't matter. This is clear cut fraud. We weren't involved last time. This time we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to deal with this properly. We do it all the time. You need to disappear from the property now, okay? That's your only... That's fine. That's your first and final warning, okay?
Yeah,
right, come on.
All right.
Let's go. Get in there.
Yeah. Yes. And here's the council letter is mentioned on the...
Are you ringing the police?
address.
I think he might be ringing the police. There's just one security here in his vehicle. I do believe the police might turn up very soon. And they'll come from this direction because it's only one way in.
No, that's it. Get your dog back in.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back in. Yeah. That could be classed as a lethal weapon, so you need to remove it immediately.
You can leave it, right? We've got more colleagues coming anyway, just put the dog away. Alright.
Right, so this is a letter of the CPF.
Oh my God.
This gentleman, what the CPF states.
Poor dog. This is the treatment of these security dogs. Look at the size of that box and he's been shut in there for hours. Poor thing.
That looks like there's electric cable running into the car, and that's not good because that could crimp it, vary all the wires, and electrocute the car. Do you know where this cable runs? It looks like it's running into the house, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you know where this cable runs? This here, this kind of
my kitchen.
Not to just show me.
Yeah.
Are they stealing electricity from you, in your view?
They're taking the power out of there.
These are asking if it's the owners of the house.
You're actually drawing electricity from the house. That's electric theft. You're stealing electricity. Unless you've had...
Police come, please.
Have you had authorisation to take that?
Yeah, let the police.
Yeah, no problem. We'll explain to the police that someone's stealing electricity.
I'm checking on the welfare of the dog.
No. Your dog is stuck in there. We're worried about the welfare of your dog.
No, you can't.
But your dog is in there.
No, let's get this
Please.
right. You can.
You can't be in there.
Please.
You can.
Please,
And
don't
you're
do
from the
this.
people
Please,
you're
don't do
waiting
this.
for, my friend.
Please don't
Okay.
do this.
Okay? You can.
Miss, they are opening my car door.
Right.
They are checking my
We was worried about the safety of your dog.
my personal thing.
All right.
Right.
Do you know there's allegations of fraud and theft involved in this property? Just want to advise you, I'm here to document everything
Right.
for a record of, allegedly, there's an investigation going on to do with theft of the property. So you do your job, I'm not going to interfere with it.
Okay.
The security's all right, I've advised him no one's here to hurt him.
Sorry about this. Whereabouts is the security?
So
Is he down there?
The security, right, the security
Is this security guard? No. Yeah.
have you got your paperwork ready? Right, okay.
So the court order that they've given in, the court has actually been closed now.
Right.
For over 10 years.
I've got a police officer's uniform, right? Is it a criminal offence to own one?
I'm not sure.
It isn't, I'll advise you. And you can Google it if you want. So under the Police Act 1996, section 90, subsection 1, you've got to be deemed intending to impersonate one. So wearing one isn't actually the mens rea side of things, unless you actually say, I'm a police officer. Two and two go hand in hand, don't they? Anyway, I just don't want to say any more about that. So if you come and arrest me soon for having a police uniform, I just want to tell you, South Yorkshire Police, I got a brand new motorbike for arresting me for it. Brand new.
I wasn't planning not to be arrested.
No, I didn't think you would. I've got handcuffs on as well, are you okay with that?
Oh, sorry.
Does your key fit mine?
I don't know.
It does.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, they all have the same one though.
Yeah. You seem chatty.
No, sorry mate, I'm just a bit...
No, you seem chatty. I'm saying you seem chatty.
Oh, right, yeah.
Is my accent, is it changing?
No, why?
South Yorkshire? Maybe you don't understand me.
No, I understand you all right.
Well, it's nice to see you smiling.
Cheers.
Will it stay like that?
I've no idea.
Oh, we'll have to see what
Depends
happens
what
then.
happens today, yeah.
Well, whatever you do, you can do it with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
It looks better on camera.
I'll try my best.
So it's fraudulent paperwork what they're using. The owner will show you the paperwork now. This is from the CPS. This was off a previous case.
Do you mind just put that dog back in? You don't need the dog.
No, that's it. Get your
Put the dog back in.
now.
Yeah.
And you can leave now anyway.
That could be classed as a lethal weapon, so you need to remove it immediately.
You can leave it, right?
Right, so,
We've got more colleagues coming anyway. Just put the dog away.
right, so this is a letter of the CPS. This was an old case that went through the court. This gentleman won this case because what the CPS stated was about a lawful document. Now, the document that they're trying to produce that they came and took this property was not in the guidelines of the CPS. This is your legislation, this is your rules, not ours, yeah?
Right.
So this also, this here, if you have a look at that, so basically anyone can hire your services, a constable. So what we believe and what we've got damning evidence of is the police being used privately, paid for by the bailiffs to remove people from property. Now what we've got last time here, the police were on video actually helping secure the locks to this property.
Right.
Now you've proven that that constable was paid privately for £82, 8 per hour.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be constables working for on behalf of the people.
Your very own Police Act 1996, Section 25, subsection 1, has a caveat for provision of special services for hire, and this is what it says. The Chief Officer of Police of a police force may provide at the request of any person special police services at any premises or in any locality in the police area for which the force is maintained, subject to the payment to the local policing body. And it carries on to read, of charges on such scales as may be determined by that body. Also goes on to mean the same applies to the British Transport Police Force, and in both cases, an amount determined by that body, which is deemed the body incorporate, or an authority, meaning the British Transport Police Authority.
Now what we've got last time here, the police were on video actually helping secure the locks to this property.
Right.
Now you've proven that that constable was paid privately for £82, 8 per hour.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be constables working for on behalf of the people. But what you are is working for the Crown Corporation. Now let me make you aware, what we shouldn't be doing is we shouldn't even be associating with you now. Yeah, because you're under investigation as a whole organisation and as the Crown now.
Right.
The crimes are absolutely massive. You're talking 100 crimes listed now, yeah,
Right.
that you're associated with. Now, bank robbers going in to rob a bank, the getaway driver outside is still complicit in that crime. But what you're doing is you're assisting these corporations, yeah, to arrest people, to seize property, yeah, and to cause criminal damage on behalf of these corporations, yeah. So these are serious crimes. So what we've also done is we've been in talks now for the past 6 months with a chap called Frank, and he's from Canada and he's head of defence.
Canada.
Right. It's all, you know, we're all under the Commonwealth, aren't we?
Right.
Yeah. So King Charles failed to appear, yeah, at the court case. That proved the case that the Crown has got no authority, yeah,
Right.
not even on the land of England. Not even as a corporation as the United Kingdom.
Bound by the playing field, isn't it?
Exactly. So what we're going to do is we're not willing to assist, deal with you today, because as I said, you're under investigation for these crimes. And as you must be aware as an officer, I know you're not legally trained, but you know that us associating with known criminals is a criminal offence in itself. So you can really make that.
Oh, my colleague, okay.
Yeah, well, this is a criminal organisation.
Hello, just advise I'm independently recording evidence today.
Section 26, yeah, 2015 clearly states that they can't get involved in a civil matter, yet to do some housing coverages. That is 14 years in prison for a police officer. And what you're going to start seeing soon is police officers go into prison for these offences, yeah? Because the numbers are building. And
This
and
minute
the crimes that you've committed.
It was mentioned that a window has been damaged to my... I don't
No,
know whether that's true or not.
No.
So that part of it's criminal, so I need to...
No, it's not. No, because the owner of the property is here. She's got the evidence that
Who's the owner of the
proves this is
property?
unlawful
Who's
document.
sending you...
Yeah, she's getting the paperwork, so she'll be back now. So
is she
all
inside the
implied
property now?
rights of access have been removed
Is she
for the
inside
police
property now?
because, as we've stated, you're a criminal organisation. So you won't be going on the property, okay? Yeah, but you're not here. You're not here for breach of the peace because we've got you now, evidenced over the past 4 years through rapid response of the crimes you've committed. We will no longer associate with known criminals, okay? So. All implied rights of access are removed, okay?
Say again, sorry?
The owner is coming now. It's clearly the owner.
Right.
And just remember, you can't get involved in a civil matter, it's a criminal offence, okay? We have your warrant cards as well, because we need to establish with your warrant cards, we'll put you in the total constable. Yeah. And then if you just want to refuse to give us that, if you just want to give us your collar number, basically your admission that you're the corporation. So can we have your warrant cards, please?
Because under Section 90 of the 1996 Police Act, you are supposed to give a warrant card when requested from the public.
We need to establish your warrant.
When we're in uniform.
Yeah, when you're in
Can I just
uniform.
advise you, I've actually got a police uniform, but I don't have a warrant card because I'm not a police officer. So this does not prove you're a police officer.
Right.
It's just in the event established.
So can you just show your warrant card just for proof that you're a police officer?
Right, I'm trying to read the log at the same time. Just give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
Give
a minute.
Okay then.
Give me a second, yeah.
We always say this.
We do this all the time. We understand what's going on.
And also to advise you, the reason why I've got a police uniform is because I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
I make films like The Bill.
I've got an issue.
As you can see here, the female police officer checked for a warrant card as soon as it was requested. Unfortunately, the police officer appeared to realise after patting down her own body that she may have left it at the station. I was told the other two police officers took out their warrant cards and displayed them to the people.
So what's currently happening now, the homeowner who's actually explaining the paperwork, the criminal allegations have been put forward, and it's quite a serious situation, this one. This is a really, shall we say, big property at stake here. Are you all right?
You okay?
So basically, are you security?
Yeah.
Just documenting this for a record of events. This is your colleague here.
Yeah.
So everything's been recorded. You're not going to get harmed today. You're not going to get harmed.
1 second.
This video recording is for your protection. If anything happens to you, we'll give this to the police.
One second.
Have you got your security badge on display?
Okay.
I'm just advising you because we don't want you breaking the law, you see.
I just came down.
That's all right. Is there normally two people here looking after the property, or just one? Oh, he's got his badge on there. Thank you very much for putting your badge on. So the property owner is still engaged with the police, explaining everything.
We don't owe any money. I went to the NatWest to pay. I've tried to pay since 2015. It's all documented. I tried to pay £626,904 and 51p, and the bank would not accept it.
Now then, I've got one question for you before I leave.
Go on.
There are some good police officers out there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say there's some bad ones as well?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It's all right.
It looks like you're going home today. You don't think you are?
You stay here.
Well, this is private property, this road. Are you aware of that?
We're doing our job.
Yeah, I understand that, yeah. Can I just say, there's allegations of theft on this property. So if you're actually here defending a property that's been stolen, you're potentially complicit.
Yeah, police is here. So
The police don't know what's going on, trust me, they don't know what's going on yet. But the investigation should reveal,
we are
hopefully.
here till our company will not send us back.
Will they not? Well, maybe you might have to use your own better judgment on this one. Because the police...
You are doing your job, we are doing our job.
Yeah, okay. Well, the police will be leaving soon. And the people will probably ask you to leave.
Is it live?
Touch it and see.
No, I don't mean like, you know what I mean.
Do you know that car there?
Yeah.
It's connected to the house with electricity.
I know, my colleagues are just speaking to our supervision.
Well, you might just want to disconnect that, because if that car traps the wire and it gets electrified.
Well, we'd have to get electricity northwest out for that.
It has been disconnected.
It's been disconnected.
It's disconnected.
For his own safety, I believe.
Well, I'm going to say we wouldn't touch that anyway.
Can I say, unless he's got permission to take that electricity, that's actually electric theft.
Yeah, abstract. Well, yeah, but that's what we're trying to determine at the minute.
Really? Do you want to report any allegations of crimes?
Yeah, I want to report.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong? What happened?
Let me know.
Don't let me know, let the police know.
Yeah, we'll let the police know.
Wow. Did you have your camera rolling?
Eh?
Did you have your camera rolling?
The police was on call with me when this situation was happening.
Oh, right, okay.
It seems like a nice lad, doesn't it?
You do seem like a nice lad, yeah, you do, honestly. And it's nice to meet people like yourself. And I'm not going to take advantage of your chatty nature. I just want to say to people watching this, there are some good cops out there. And you might be one of them.
Oh, cheers.
You seem like you are. He's smiling anyway.
Just 1 second. Let me ring the owner.
We need your boss's name and that as well before you go anywhere.
Just speak with him. He told me that he please come to me. You need to ring me and I will speak with him.
Are you right to have a quick interview? Oh, you don't like it, do you?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
just because we want to do some other stuff.
Yeah. Can you go?
How many cars full?
Right, so film me. I don't want to slip.
Well, I'll get it on camera.
I did.
You've been framed. 200 quid.
It's his first take back.
Right, so as you can see, the electricity's come out of the vehicle now. There's no wire running into it.
Stealing electricity.
Yeah, it appears that way, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, hang on a minute. What's this? High Court Writ of Possession. County Court Claim Number 4 Papa Alpha 77528. So the security company's called Moorcroft.
Yeah, not funny.
Have they been asked to leave the property now?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair play to them. Look at them all walking away. That's a good request.
Actually go on the walk of shame.
What can you say about what's happened so far?
These are a bit bewildered about what's gone on, but it's clear cut. It's uttering fraudulent documents. These need to go and arrest the culprits, but they're trying to find little criminal damage things when the owner's given permission. You know, the security guard's got no right to go round pointing out criminal damage on a property he doesn't own. Who does he think he is? Courts don't even know anything about this, so that's irrelevant again. You can even find, yeah.
Somebody else is in that property. We can't just go in, force an entry into a property.
No, no, you can't. Just that would be unlawful, totally.
Right.
How can you do that?
If you're having a laugh, Come on.
What was the allegation?
I'm not too sure, but
Do you suspect?
something to do
Can I
about-
just say, do you suspect somebody to be in the property who shouldn't be there?
Can we just leave us to establish what's going on?
Yeah, that's
We're gonna
good.
do
That's
that.
We've
good.
established it for you.
Right, okay.
It's good that you're investigating.
Yous are paid by the people that are robbing these houses, basically.
Civil matter.
That's what's it. And now yous are trying to rustle up some sort of situation.
And just before you go, can you just show your warrant card? Because you're the only one who hasn't shown it.
Colin,
Can
Can you just show your warrant card? I've got a police uniform. I don't think she's very happy because she's got her hand on her head. She doesn't look happy at all. She won't show her warrant card, but her colleagues have, I've been told.
But the thing is we don't want to be here doing your job. Yous get paid for it.
you know, that lady in there, she's obviously getting paid by the bailiffs.
Well, if you're saying,
because she won't,
saying this is a civil matter, then
well,
there's no job for us to do with it. It's all, is it?
No, well, she...
So let us work that out.
Yeah, but
and then we'll
that's
leave.
That's what's
yeah, but
happened
there
with
is
the
a job
surface.
to do, because now the officer that helped secure the doors has committed an offence. Yeah? Criminal offence. Well, that's what you need to establish. Who the officers were that come and helped the bailiffs evict her from the property. That is getting involved in a civil matter, criminal offence, 14 years in prison.
Mens rea, the guilty mind, and actus reus, the guilty act, all play a part in successful convictions. Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015 Section 26 are specifically for police constables. Subsection 1. A police constable listed in subsection 3 commits an offence if he or she A. exercises the powers and privileges of a constable improperly, and B. knows or ought to know that the exercise is improper. Subsection 2. A police constable guilty of an offence under this section is liable, on conviction on indictment, to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 14 years, or a fine, or both. Subsection 4 goes on to read, for the purpose of this section, a police constable exercises the powers and privileges of a constable improperly if A. he or she exercises a power or privilege of a constable for the purpose of achieving a benefit for himself or herself, or a benefit or a detriment for another person, and B. a reasonable person would not expect the power or privilege to be exercised for the purpose of achieving that benefit or detriment.
That is getting involved in a civil matter, criminal offence, 14 years in prison. There's the first one. 2, the fraudulent documents. So you need to find out who that company is and who the man is that's issued that warrant, the eviction notice. The court have got no record of it. The bank's got no record, so there you go, there's a good start for you, and if we've done the license.
Something's wrong, isn't it? Obviously.
The owners just give you all the evidence. What he's
Where do we sign off?
I haven't read any.
Right, well, your colleagues have.
Yeah, it is fair to
You have
say.
to appreciate I've turned up about 15 minutes after my colleagues have.
Let's say you're being...
And I think you've been reasonable. We've got it on camera earlier. Can I just ask you one simple question, though? Obviously, you've shown your warrant card, haven't you?
Yeah.
And your other colleague has as well. Why do you think the lady hasn't? Do you think she's left it on the station?
No, I don't think so.
Could you just have a word with her and advise her it's in her best interest to show a warrant card? Because then we know she's operating as a police officer.
Then I'll speak
or a constable.
No, as a constable.
As a constable, sorry. The 2 male police officers have shown the warrant card. That makes them constables. And the police are for hire. They might not know this, but according to the Police Act 1996, Section 25, any chief constable of any area, including the British Transport Police, can actually authorise a hire service of the police. With all respect for you, thank you very much. And I know you don't know all the laws, but the Police Act 1996, Section 25 does say any person can hire the police. Did you know that?
No.
Usually it's for events, but that leaves it open to be hired by anybody because it says any person. What do you think that means?
I don't know, mate.
Have a look. Have a look.
It, and that's what. There's your price.
Oh,
list.
there you go. Price list.
So,
You're for hire. You might not even know
per
it.
hour, £82.8p. Sergeant, £102.37. Inspector.
Also, you've shown your warrant card, so you're a constable.
Yeah.
Not a police officer.
Yeah, no, we've got him on his.
Right, that's okay. Thank you very much for that.
But it still means nothing when there's 3 officers and 2 have and 1 hasn't, because now they can still operate in the capacity of their against the people corporation.
So all the windows are closed. All the windows are closed as well. It could do with some air, perhaps. It's an Alsatian.
It's a 2-year. Got it out earlier, and I've got him actually lifting it.
Could you just open your windows a bit, let some air in?
Chucking it back in. I got that on video.
Would it help it to wind windows down?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just get some air.
Dog. You don't have to. I'm saying
It's not very fair on the dog.
No, I don't need to see the dog. I'm just saying if you want to, if it's stressed out, yeah, just open, maybe just not cracking a window open.
A canine, I put canine, Caden.
You can leave your door open, actually. That'd be better. Yeah, leave it open.
Leave it open a little bit. No, he's proper canine. She's gonna bark all the time.
She's barking anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with this dog for 2 years. Yeah, I know how to handle
Why are you being so
this.
cool then, keeping it locked up in there? It's got no space to turn around.
Have you got a dog handler's licence?
Have you got a license?
Yes.
So the dog's barking. Who's that shot?
Yeah. 1 second.
Just very quickly, have you asked them to leave?
Can you speak?
Who?
Police. Have you asked them to leave?
Who? Sorry.
The security.
No.
What have you advised the security?
Civil matter, so we're withdrawing now.
You're leaving the security here, are you? This is you're leaving the security here?
Yeah.
You know this is a private property.
Well, I appreciate that. But
And I do
to...
believe the people have a right to remove them. It's private property.
Right, well,
just advising you before you
letting
leave.
You know, when they've been asked 3 times to leave private property, they have to.
Obviously, if we have to come back,
Yeah.
then we're gonna have to start looking at arresting people. But I don't
Yeah, well, that's all. As long as
Well, which kind of people are you going to arrest? If they're trespassing,
you're arresting them for trespass, otherwise you are blatantly
I said I need a weapon.
breaking laws.
Way of Scotland, just what was Scotland. Police, security people are supposed to be making places secure. So they fail their duty to be securing the property.
just very quickly, could you just show your warrant card? Because everybody else has.
I've got my collar number. You can see how many.
If you've left it at the station, just say you've left it.
I haven't left it at the station.
Have you got it on you?
Yeah.
Why won't you show
I
it?
don't want it on film. I don't. Want
I tell you what, just show me without it on film. You're not putting yourself in good light. 6281. You look like you got a bit of a temper there, actually. Are you okay? You don't need to see a doctor or anything.
Yeah, you know, the ones that don't give the warrant.
Why won't you show a warrant card, do you think?
It's always...
Yeah, I've got a police uniform.
That's all you need.
I've got a police
the same
uniform.
uniform. He could rock up and pull people on the road.
But I won't do that because I'm not a police officer.
Exactly. And he can rob them and go, oh, look, there's my number.
I don't have a warrant
you
card
haven't
because I'm not a police
established that
officer.
you're a police constable.
That's the only thing that proves you're a police officer.
No, it's not. No, because that's the corporate.
You can get them off eBay. That's where I got mine.
Your corporate details.
And I'll just advise you, I've got receipts for them as well.
Have you tried getting anyone's bag? Anyone's name off the number? It's impossible. That's purposely why you do it.
I know.
It's not personal, it's just your duty to let people know that you're a police officer.
You can see my collar number if you want.
But
to
I've
check
got a
it out.
uniform and I'm not a police officer. That doesn't prove
Find out all the
anything.
Details if you need to.
What about that police officer who killed a lady?
Right, well, that's not what we're.
Well,
here for,
show
is
your
it?
warrant card.
This is the homeowner. She's now removing implied rights of access to yourselves now. So you need to remove yourselves off the property, okay?
Could you take those security men with you, please? I've just found their prayer mats in my house. They've put kettles and everything in there. And I think they should be arrested for stealing the electricity. If I did that, I'd be arrested instantly.
I've got evidence of electricity running to the car on my camera. It's been disconnected now because they could have got electrocuted because they trapped the wire in the door. Are you going to take this lady's allegation seriously?
Just give us a minute.
All right, before you go, please speak to the lady again. Okay.
Right.
Like what authorities you got? So you started with the head of security. Why not start with the court? Start with your own organisation. Yeah, but you can phone the court. They'll give you the same answer. We've had.
If we're speaking to MD Feehan, he's the person that's done this. He's the thief, basically.
And if you don't arrest him, we'll go down and arrest him. And it's as simple as that. We're doing it under your rules, your regulations.
Section 24A of PACE, 1984. Citizen arrest. Now that you've established this is a civil matter, the homeowner is still here. She has a right to remove people who are trespassers. If she advises them 3 times and they don't leave, she has a right to remove them herself.
Could you possibly, well, if you don't want to remove them, could you arrest them then?
No.
Because they've been stealing electricity from my home.
I'm going to advise you, there's more than one of them,
You're not gonna
so the
do
police can assist. There's 2, and that's in your legislation. There's more than one. Check it up.
You've got about 15 of you.
No, that's beside the point. You're here for a prevention of breach of the peace.
Section 24.
ECHR, Section 8, a right to private life.
Excuse me, officer.
They need to leave, by the way.
Shall I speak to him or you?
I wouldn't advise you to leave.
She's had enough. Look.
Yeah, you can ring it 101.
I need you to quickly see what they've done. You're not insured.
This is a private road.
I just asked the policeman to come because I want to make a complaint.
You can ask them to leave. We've been here for 2 months. Yeah, exactly.
And you know what's about to happen. You know what's about to happen. They're going to be asked to leave, and you're driving away. You can assist in removal of trespassers. You can assist. There's more than one. There's more than one, and you know it. Okay, okay.
Good.
Right, so the police are doing one, as they say. I'm going to leave the situation. They've got no intention of removing the trespassers because the homeowner wants them removed.
We can physically move you. Yeah. So I suggest you leave peacefully.
Sorry?
Right, can you tell these to leave peacefully?
They've been told to leave 3 times and you're driving away. It's a civil matter.
We need to go because we can physically move you if we want to. Okay, and we don't want that to happen. So can you just leave, please?
Now you know what such a bad job is doing.
He's just running.
So, he's going, yeah.
Boys, yeah.
Lads, no hard feelings, lad, okay?
Look, boys, as long as you know that you've been doing a bad job, it's all fraud. You've realised that now, haven't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's on calling.
Yeah. Well, look, you need to get rid of this job now, don't you? Because it's not good, is it? Working for these fraudulent banksters.
Courtesy, do you know why the police are driving away? Do you know why? Have they told you? It's a civil matter. So while it's a civil matter, it's still in her name. This is her land. As a trespasser, if you're asked to leave 3 times, you should leave. Now, they can use reasonable force, but they'll have to justify it if you don't leave. You know that as a security. You can use justifiable force. But you're on her land. Remember that. And they drove away, leaving you in a situation that's civil. So they're hoping to come back and arrest people. If you don't leave when you're asked, you might be the ones getting arrested for aggravated trespass. I'm just saying, you know your job, you've got no excuse.
No, your boss don't care about what happens to yourselves, yeah? Okay.
Tell your boss should know better. Give them time to reflect and hopefully they'll come to the senses. The police have drove away because it's a civil matter. If the homeowner's still on the property and she's asking them to leave and they don't, they can use reasonable force. But the police are hoping to arrest people here, and as one said earlier, they're hoping to arrest people, meaning the people evicting people who are not supposed to be here. So let's see how this goes, shall we?
Right, this is private land, yeah? We've asked them to leave more than 3 times. That is aggravated trespass. Once you hit aggravated trespass, we have the right to remove them with any force necessary. So, hang on, listen, we just listened to you. Listen. Yes, he is. He's on a private road. And the homeowner's here.
In the property?
Yeah, it's our road, it's private, so it's ours, yeah. It's adjacent with the fucking house. So what I'm saying is, it's aggravated trespass, so at the minute now, these are aggravating the situation. If they don't leave, they got, and the police left. So now the police know you're in fraud, that's why they left. So I suggest you leave because we're going to use any force necessary.
I'm going to find you.
No, you cannot use no force.
We can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can have our photos. We're doing everything in honour with clean hands. It's used out of the scumbags. Yeah, so he's put the phone down. Right, you need to get in your car and leave.
Can I ask you, have you been...
Hey.
No, you just don't get to know. Yeah, well, do it then. Get on with it, mate.
Get on with it.
You're on a private fucking road.
Get out.
Get up.
Get gone. Get gone.
Can I just have a quiet word with you? Can I have a quiet word with you? Just down here. I'll have a quiet word with you. You know it's de-escalate. You have to de-escalate, don't you? As a security, you have to de-escalate.
On your camera, they are touching us.
I haven't seen that, but if they have, then it's on camera. But,
No, just see.
But you've been asked to leave the land. Where's your defence?
The police have gone because we can't do anything legally. That's why I'm going. So you're trespassing. Trespassing. The police have gone in.
Right, so just basically, these security should de-escalate, and they've been asked multiple times to come off the private land.
Everyone do this. Please don't come towards me. Yeah.
Is your dog aggressive?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's K9, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine, I know. Yeah. But you have a duty to keep it on a lead, because I'm no threat to you. You're actually leaving now, aren't you?
Still no.
Sorry?
We're still not decided.
You're still not decided? Is your boss aware of that you're going to be asked to leave the land?
No, he's know everything. When he tell leave, then we'll.
Well, don't just listen to your boss. You're not going to listen to yourself. You're SIA. You need to know.
Right, so look, my mate, now you know that it's all fraud, yeah? Right, what you need to do now is go back to your boys and tell them all it's all fraud and we're working with fraud for these banks, and we need to stop working for these banks.
So very soon they're going to ask them to leave. And if they don't leave, well, we'll see what happens. What's happening?
On the way.
Are police on the way? All right, okay.
No, you need to get off the private property. Police is on the way. What?
He said the police are on the way.
Doesn't matter. They've been here. There's no crime. The only crime now is
They will decide. They will decide.
They've already decided.
No,
Are any of us in handcuffs? No, we're not, are we? Are we in handcuffs? No.
Mind your fingers.
Whoa!
Mind your fingers. I think they're going to remove the vehicle.
Get off the property. What's that? What did you say? What are you staying there for? You work in the wrong box in his car. You failed and you're tasked to rob a woman's property. And you're pissed off. Take your car and go. You've been asked 3 times to leave. Take your car and leave. No one's going to come here and help you, mate.
Right, so the couple of us get on the gate. I'm telling you, you need to just get in your car, my advice, get in your car, go to the other side of the gate and go out the road. And then your stress levels are going to come down, and so is the owner. Right? And then you can wait for your people outside and then we'll discuss it outside of the road. Yeah, is that fair enough? But what you're doing is you're causing harm to the dog. What do you mean? If you're not going to brain yourself, so if I go through it,
You're not here on the floor, the police have just left. You're on here unlawfully. In a minute we're going to start dragging you out, because that's the way it's looking. Please talking to the police. They're not coming back to save you. Right, they're not coming back to save you. They're not out. They're not. They're not. They're not.
Hey! Stop!
Mission stood up. Hey!
Why didn't you just move your car? There was reasonable requests. It just concerns me. Why haven't you just moved off the land? The people asked you multiple times. Do you want to just tell the people watching this why you never moved your vehicles when you were asked? I mean, if there's something criminal happened here, then the police will obviously deal with it now because it's all on camera.
Get your dog in the car and leave now.
That's numerous.
Can I just say, these people are not a threat to you, you're a threat to yourself.
Yeah, you really are.
You're a security officer. You have not once de-escalated the situation, you have antagonised it, the police have left, you know it's a civil matter, the homeowner's asked you to leave 3 times, multiple times again, and you stood there. I'm concerned about your mental health. I think you should ring the police. I think he's got a mental health issue. Your colleague, I've got serious concerns about his mental health. I'm just telling you now, you need to go to him. I've got concern. Well, I don't think they'll let you back on the land. I've already told people I've got concerns about his mental health. I don't think he's going to come to any harm. But the fact that he's stood behind his car and not responding, it's not helpful for him. I'm concerned for him.
By forcing you to move my car.
Sorry?
The handbrake is not working.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't working before. I don't know.
Move my car.
I don't know.
By forcing.
Well, it's on record. The video of what's happened is on record. Okay. Looks like they're currently trying to hitch up the other vehicle.
Get in your car and go to the side.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you
No,
one
you
thing.
don't.
Let me tell you
Get
one
in the
thing.
car
I
and
am
go to the end of the road.
You don't listen to you.
Look.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Have a bit of that. Have a bit of that. You've been warned. You smell like you need a wash anyway.
Put water on me, yeah?
Yeah, put water on you, yeah?
Putting on, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Look.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
Let me pour water on
Get
me,
off
yeah?
the property.
Get off the property now. Go. Or you're getting more idiots.
Trespassing. End of.
Excuse
And you on the other end of the phone.
bite you.
I just think I give a fuck about that. I'll volley its head off.
Dog
You
bite.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's not on me.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
Towards me.
You are trespassing.
You shouldn't be here, you fucking idiot.
Oh my God.
Oh, whatever. That comes near me, I'm going to volley its fucking head off, you idiot.
Trying to
All right.
come towards me again if my dog bite you.
Oh, my dog, you shouldn't be here. If your dog bites me, I'll fucking throttle it. Your dog bites me. If your dog bites me, I'll fucking throttle it. All right? You shouldn't be here, you fucking idiot. Now go.
As you can see here, eventually, the security operative left.
Why didn't you just do that in the face?
And what you've seen so far is just a precursor to what's now about to escalate.
Obstruction of the highway, 1980. Shift your car, quickly. 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 No, you wait. You wait. Obstruction of the highway, it's been recorded.
Wait. You have to wait.
Oi! Oi, you fucking stupid.
You're obstructing the highway.
You fucking stupid. He's trying to get in here. Get your fucking car. Move now. Move. I'm telling you, you're starting to piss me off.
He wants to get in.
What? You're a baby. Fuck off over there. Go on, dude.
Obstructing the highway is a criminal offence.
और क्या कहते हैं पानी डाल रहा है ऊपर सारा.
What's wrong with you? What's happened?
Bring them all, brother.
Don't obstruct the gate because they have to get access in and out.
They broke my window.
Have they? Show me.
Look.
Have they broke your window, did you say? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong.
Look, it's not working.
Why? Can you not wind it up?
Where you are here?
Hey?
Please leave us, please.
All right, well, listen. If you've got any problems, call the police. Because your colleague's been video recording, there's a data controller. You need to say to that lady there with the hat who the name of your data controller is and the name of your company, and then she can get a copy of the video. It can't go on social media because you'll be breaking the law. GDPR. So data controller. Who's your data controller? Or what's the name of the company? We can take it from there.
Actually, you're recording it, so...
Yes.
Yeah, but we're allowed because we're
Recording evidence.
All right.
Recording evidence.
You're at work.
Not blaming you, just recording evidence. What's the name of the data controller? Because we need to know what's happening with the footage, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can contact them, like you can ask
So
them,
what's the name of the company, please?
It's Man Canine.
Sorry.
Man Canine.
Man Canine.
What's it called?
Man Canine.
How can you spell that, please?
M-A-N-E-Canine.
Is the security badge up on the... Is it up on the...
Company, Man Canine Security Company.
Right, okay. I'll go... I think you've got a plaque up, haven't you, over there?
What's
a name of the company, security.
Yeah, down on the house.
Right, okay, we'll get it from there. It's nothing personal.
Right.
There's a lot of fraud allegations going on, and this is all recorded for evidence. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you.
I tried to pay the mortgage off in 2015 and the bank wouldn't accept it.
Come on out the house. Meet me halfway with the paperwork, please.
So as already explained in the first 16 minutes of this video, she now proceeds to explain to these police officers who have got no problem showing their warrant cards, now identifying themselves as constables.
One of the guy, my boot open this way, not open this way, my boot open this way. One of the guy put the open down, with the boot just come here, yeah, and then I come back, and then I just get in my car, and then they put the car out, yeah, and then I come.
It was quite hard to work out what he was trying to say to the police officer. It looked like he was trying to say somebody shut the boot on his head, and then what he's about to say next, someone threw a snowball at him.
And when one time they put snow, they made a snowball, and one time they put throw snowball and it hits me. And they all got laughing.
You need to fuck off, right, and not come back ever again. Because it's all fraud, right? You've more than proved it now. Right? Now, I'm guessing...
We're just waiting for the police to tell us to leave.
Listen, well, you know, in a minute, the police are going to lock you up.
Yeah.
The police are going to lock you up.
Right.
That's what they're talking about there. So basically, I'm suggesting you're probably best going now.
Because it's a civil matter, this becomes harassment.
Yeah.
It's linked. Be careful. I'm just giving you some advice, be careful.
Yeah. This is intimidation. Yeah. You know that you've shown that the documents are all fraud. So you know that.
They'll advise
He's
you.
acting the good that guy before. The lawyers.
Yeah, exactly.
The police will advise you to leave. If you don't leave, that's your choice.
Police will advise.
That's up to you.
Listen. Do you think the police would have left us here if we were doing something wrong?
Think about it. Just very quickly, they did say if you're going to advise them to move away, they will do, but they're not moving until they get advised. But people have advised them that they're harassing people now, and this is a civil matter. Right. But it's up to you what you do, just documenting it. I'll leave it with you.
No worries, thank you.
So there's 3 security vehicles here, the white one on the left, the black one at the front, and the Ford here on the right.
On arrival, you will see that these 2 police officers got out the warrant cards with no hesitation. They are now identifying themselves as constables. When the sergeant arrives, very quickly upon learning about this, he appeared to order them to go sit in the van, out of the way. I was told that the sergeant never presented his warrant card when asked, and therefore deemed by the people they was not acting as constables.
Just finally, before you leave, if they come back, what should we do?
Ask the sergeant when he gets here.
The sergeant's coming, is he?
Yes.
Right. Are you asking them to move out the way, then you can get statements?
Ask the sergeant. I've spoke to these about...
Oh, all right, okay.
What,
all right, okay. Who's the sergeant?
He's on his way.
All right.
I think there might be 2 or 3 coming.
2 or 3 coming?
Yeah.
What are they coming for, do you know?
To speak to you guys. They have more of an idea on these sorts of situations.
All right.
And I'll hold my hands up. I'm not sure.
All right, fair enough.
All right.
So you're going to look after the security now?
Yeah, we're going to stay here and keep the peace.
Oh, I think when they've gone, the peace is kept. Right, so I'm just currently getting warm in my car and there's a unit turned up with several police officers in. Not sure what's happening here, so let's just observe. I'm just a radio call away. Right, it's getting a bit dark now. There's a long conversation going on. What can I say?
So what we've done is provided the evidence on that from the CPS. So what this will do is, it's just not going to go anywhere. So, constables, this is your private fee schedule.
I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, but you're not going to win. But this is what we've got to make you aware of. Police have come here, yeah, using the working on behalf of the bailiff. You're not there for that.
No, I'm not here for that. Right, so I was.
So this is the CPS report. This clearly states.
Are you calling me?
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, we're allowed to.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I'm Sergeant Jarvis from Lancashire Constabulary.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Right, so this basically, I'll let you have this for a minute, this is private property.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can have a look at this. This was off a previous case where a few people were arrested and let out without charge, and this was dismissed in the Crown Court.
Okay, but this isn't related to his premises, is it?
It doesn't matter.
So it might do. So you show me stated case for a different thing.
Case law.
Yeah, I know it's case law. But case law is dependent on circumstances.
So are you legally trained?
Yes.
You are legally trained?
Yeah.
Can I have a look at your credentials, please?
Legally trained in civil matters, criminal matters, which matters?
So legislation, you're fully aware of it?
I'm aware of legislation, yeah.
Yeah? Right, so you know that this is a civil matter?
Yes.
So you know police can't get involved in a civil matter? We've got Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015, Section 26.
Yeah.
Abuse of police powers and privileges.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So what we're going to do is we're removing all implied rights of access to this property. You're not allowed on that property.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
What we want you to do, no, well, that's fine. What you need to do is go and get a warrant then.
I don't need a warrant.
Yeah, you do.
No, dog.
You do.
Yes,
you do.
Can I have a seat? Look at
Right, so CPS have stated in here that if anyone's a high risk, like if we've battered someone in the street and you can go in there without a warrant.
That's right, yeah.
But the CPS have clearly stated there that only if it's an emergency and it's someone in there is high risk to the public.
That's fine.
Don't think that's
have you got the paperwork from the unstamped
yeah, we've got all that.
Possession? Can I have a look at that, please?
If you want to move down there with your boss, you've all been raised, sat in the car, and as soon as he comes up, you're all coming out. Just move away.
You guys
move
down,
please. Move down. You don't all need to go together.
I'm really surprised that the police are still here. Excuse me, I just turned up. What's actually happening? I'm a reporter.
Ask your parents.
Well, I don't know what's happening here. The police have turned up. It's dark. There's 3 people been asked to move away. The police are telling these people to move away. I'm not sure why they're not moving away.
If you guys just keep doing what you're doing, stay calm, chill out. Let's not pull the shoes and just wait for the sun. Alright?
So
Thank you.
I am actually a journalist. That's why I'm here today. I've been documenting everything that's gone on. So if there's any criminality that's took place, it will be on my camera.
Okay.
So I am actually here as a journalist. I know you wouldn't believe that, but...
Have you got your credentials?
My credentials? I have. It's in me... I'm recording at the moment. Just give me a minute. Just tell me why you're here today and I'll get my credentials out.
We're here to keep the peace, son.
Thank you. I'll get my credentials out now.
But at the moment, that's a civil issue between the resolution of that, and I don't get involved in that. What I do, however, look at is acting and ensuring upholding a lawful order issued by a court.
No, that's a civil matter, though, isn't it?
No, it's a court order.
No.
So I am liable to ensure safety, protection, welfare.
But the woman's saying there's a dispute. No, so if there's a dispute,
I get that, but I've got a copy of the court order.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
but it's got our paper.
No.
It's got our paper.
No, just bear with me.
That's
no,
not a copy.
This
That
is
is not a copy. That's digital.
So
You haven't got a copy.
I don't need the original copy.
You do.
Same as
You
the
do.
card on.
You do. I can get the law up if you want.
That's fine. That's fine. You can sell that, and we can disagree back and forwards. However, I've got a copy of the court order.
Oh, go and get it then.
I don't need the original.
Of course you do.
All the time.
Of course you do. You can't enforce someone else's court order.
That is not going to wash. That is not a legitimate document, right? No matter what you say.
And you can't enforce a court order.
You can't. You're here for breaching.
It's a civil matter.
No, so you're right. So the first thing we're going to do, gentlemen, is say I'm here to prevent breach of the peace.
Yeah.
I'm in possession of information that will substantiate that the people here are acting lawfully in line with that.
Right, okay.
So what I'm going to ask,
So it's a civil matter.
I'll speak to you. Because it's your property, it's your interest, and you've asked these gentlemen, so I'll speak to you. Okay, I won't be here to prevent breach of peace, which has been pointed out. These people are here acting on what they say is court order.
On they say, so that's hearsay. That's hearsay.
So this court order I've been presented, okay, which has been issued by Birmingham Magistrates Court, which is a legally enforceable order.
Can you ring up the court and find out today, please, Sergeant?
You need,
you ring the court up now and speak to a judge.
Just give me 2 minutes so I don't interrupt you. Right. So what I'm going to ask politely is, to prevent the continuation of the breach of the peace, I would like you to leave the premises and also advance.
Well, that's a request, isn't it?
Is there anything I can do?
No contract.
That's no contract. That's a request you're asking her.
To the corporation.
Have we got this video?
Yeah, I'm here.
No,
I mean, you've got yours, I've got mine as well.
I got a letter from the claimant.
That's fine.
Yeah, saying that this is fraudulent. They have not issued any.
Yes, so we're going off the bank.
There are two vested, interested financial parties.
No, there isn't.
Not one.
There isn't, because the bank's the only one with a lien. No, the bank's the only one with a lien on the property. It have to go through the bank.
Right, as I said, I'm not going to discuss.
Are you trained in this? Are you legally trained, Sergeant? Are you legally trained in this?
I'm not discussing this, lady.
Tell me, are you legally trained in this,
I'm legally trained in various things.
In this particular instance, are you legally trained? Can we get that on camera now?
This lady has already said.
Are you legally trained in this instance, in particular subject? Are you legally trained?
No, I don't.
Okay, so then you have got no saying, Sergeant, you've got no saying if you're not legally trained. I suggest you leave.
I've listened to you. You're not giving an opportunity for me to speak. There are two vested, financially interested parties in this property.
Where are they?
Okay. What's that? This is this lady's problem, not yours.
So you can't be an agent for them, Sergeant. You cannot be an agent for the bank.
Premises to prevent the breach of the peace.
You cannot be an agent for the bank.
There is a legal power I could use in order to serve a notice for you to remove to leave the premises. I don't want to do that. Because I think it's far beyond.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Sergeant.
So don't give me 10 minutes to have a chat with these gentlemen.
I have got a letter from the bank saying that they...
Your house is secured and the family's safe.
There's two vested financial interested parties.
Well, this is...
It may be, but there's a court order in place, and until that is resolved...
The house is secured and the family's safe. That is only your problem.
So therefore I should be allowed to stay home, okay? These people should be off my property. It's a civil matter, as I've been told 6 times, and I've been...
That bit is, but what is taking place now is invokes into criminal tricks, aggravated tricks.
How? Prove it.
Right, sir, we think...
Not in the house, it's my home.
Yeah, no, we think you're here assisting this company.
So what I'll do is...
Is he on his own?
I have a letter from the bank saying they have not.
I know, I understand that. I've read it, and I'll take that into account.
And it's the bank. You could brand them. I can get
the gentleman, that gentleman says there's two vested parties.
No, there isn't.
But that'll be reflected in the regulated.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you an opportunity to discuss with these people, 10-15 minutes, because we don't want them to start shouting, oh, I've got this, I've got that one. If it continues, I'll come back and I'll issue the legal paperwork to request people to leave this area to prevent a criminal offence being committed.
You can do that, but you have to have reasonable grounds.
Once these people have gone, and I'm not being interfered with and overspoken, perhaps we can discuss that further.
I want to stay home. There's no, I'm not...
No, it's not under discussion,
So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to discuss it with these individuals, and I'll come back somewhere we're going to go. All right?
And will those be gone as well?
No, they'll be remaining to enforce what is the law.
You're not here to enforce anything.
Thank you very much.
You're not here to enforce.
No, they won't let us.
Right, what was your name? 24A of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984. It's a criminal evidence. No, it's not. Section 26. That is anyone other than the constable to make the arrest under that section. I'm fine. Yeah. You go. Tony's in charge and assisting in uttering the fraudulent justice. You want to assist with the fraudulent I'm going to ask this officer what your name is. Let's get back on
So a very interesting situation, this. Not sure what's going to happen, but this looks like it's going upside down. The allegations are made that the police are actually acting outside their remit. Right, so I'm just going to leave them to it now.
Why are you recording me?
Sorry?
Why are you recording me? You have permission to record me.
I'm
going to break your phone. Don't record me.
Why are you going to break my phone?
Why are you recording me?
Why are you going to break my phone?
Don't record me, I told you.
Why are you
recording me?
Who
told you to record me?
Why are you going to break my phone?
Why do you
You just threatened me. You just threatened me.
Right, you can. It's public. Just go in your back.
It's a public. Yeah, you can't
right.
just record me.
You can record.
Right, so this guy just threatened me on camera. Threatened to break the phone. What? Sorry? I can't hear you. Your engine's running. What? Can't hear you. What are you saying? Sorry? Don't come too close. You stay there. You stay there. Stay back.
Why you stay back? Right, you've been told.
Can I just say, he's actually threatened me, threatened to break my phone. It's on camera, I'm recording. So can I say to you, them two in the front, the one on the left, on the right, I've got it on camera, they threatened me, threatened to break the phone. You need the details.
Yep.
Just to follow up. I want to report that.
Yep, you report it.
Okay, but you need to get the details, not go away from them.
Yeah, we're still here, aren't we?
All right, well, just don't let them go. KU60 XVR. You can get the details now. Please get the details before they drive off.
We got an eviction notice, but it said Accrington County Court on it.
Right, so the court seems fraudulent.
Closed.
Right. Is the officer aware of that?
Yes.
Right. So then, did you get a no-notice eviction notice, which usually gives you 2 weeks?
No.
And that means they can come any time after 2 weeks without telling you?
Yeah, no.
So you never received that? So due process has not been followed?
No.
Right, so that might be worth mentioning to him.
I've just spoken to the bank, who've spoken to the police officer and told him that they have not issued proceedings. Yeah, he didn't see the court letter because they didn't ask for a court letter. They didn't ask a solicitor to get involved. They've said they have no reason to ask for possession. Yeah. And so, but the police officer's seen this, he's seen the letter from the bank, spoken to the bank, and he still wants to take the property, still wants to throw us out of our home.
Right, I'm not sure why the 3 police officers are walking up to the property. Looks like they're going to do some kind of inspection. But the bank's just been on the phone to the police. Not sure what that conversation was about, but it might be something to do with what this letter says. The NatWest are actually advising for this to be investigated. So why are the police acting like a law unto themselves?
But it's not, that's hearsay.
He said it's
confirmed it today, we've got it all on video.
You're interrupting me.
Yeah, we've got it confirmed on the recording.
It's not for me, you've never seen a copy of that, so we didn't know about it.
The bank have said they have not given us, they have not had a possession, they've not
But it
given
doesn't matter, you
possession.
can't get involved in a civil matter, yeah?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Go all interested parties.
You're just standing around watching him. Yeah, where's your warrant card? No, don't. Get him off.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey! Hey, what?
This is aggravated trespass. No. Stop a breach of the peace.
Right, the police are obviously determined.
Excuse me. Move out the way.
Looks like the police have actually climbed the wall for whatever reason.
Aggravated trespass.
I'm not sure how the police are going to justify this.
That's assault! That's assault! That's assault! Get the warrant card! Section 26. Get the warrant card!
Did he? Hey, I could leave some burgers.
Yeah. Right. The police have disappeared around the back somewhere. I can't climb over that. Wow. Quite shocking scenes there.
You haven't got a warrant. Hey.
You haven't got a warrant?
A warrant.
I can't understand how they're going to justify their actions.
It doesn't matter, and you haven't given the warrant cards. So they're acting as rogue agents.
Rogue agents? I'm going to go around front here, see what's happening. Well, looks like they're over here.
Get back! Look, so we absolutely annihilate the three of you now. Yeah, you're criminals, you're going all over the internet, all over the world,
We're going to make sure everyone finds out where you all live, what pubs you drink in, yeah? And we'll get the local residents to come in and come and see it, all right? And your open arrest to the other 2 officers is still standing, okay?
Obviously, you can't stay here all night.
No, I can't.
You know there's a civil issue going on, and you know you've got to be impartial.
What I want to do is I want to reach a resolution which is in the best interests of everybody here, including this lady, which I think, without being rude to you, your lot, I couldn't give 2 hoots about you. Okay, you're here. Some of your gentlemen have been extremely abusive.
Okay.
If you get me away when I'm trying to do something and start shouting and threatening my family, why should I stand for that? That's disgusting and disgraceful behaviour. I didn't rise to it, but turning around and saying, I'm going to find where you drink, where your wife and kids are, and I'm going to fuck them up, is disgusting.
No, that's that. I don't.
All right, I don't know if you want to take that on board and feed it back. But what if I do have a family that concerns me? And
I will certainly feed that back, yeah, of course.
It's disgusting, because you want me to be professional and act in a certain way, which I've done, and yet I'm expected to deal with that. I don't think that's appropriate. And for a lot of what's been said, forget what's going on with this lady, who's actually been the one that's put out in every way, shape and form. Representing this lady, you've made her look like a right buffoon.
Well, can I just say this? I'm not trying to defend anybody here, but there's a lot of this been going on for a long time, and a lot of these people have seen a lot of this before.
Right to turn around and say you're going to fuck my wife?
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely
No, it doesn't.
not. It's disgusting. The officer's in there. I'm going to fuck you over as well. It's disgusting. It doesn't get.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
I wouldn't have said that.
I haven't said that.
No,
no.
I didn't say. I said the gentleman over there. No,
right.
You know, we're talking similar. It's all on our cameras. It's disgusting behaviour, and it's highly unacceptable. And you're meant to be representing this poor lady here who's got a genuine claim, genuine concern that she's been put out, and that's the representation she's getting.
Okay.
Right. What do you think my attitude is now?
I think you make a valid point.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is try and find a resolution that is in the best interest of everybody here.
Can I just say that we did not understand. I knew that this was wrong all the way through, because I've still got the money to pay.
Yeah.
They wouldn't accept it.
No, that's
so
frustrating.
Yes, it is very. So why would they take the farm off me when I'm paying and I've got
I have
a full and final settlement that the court said they had to agree to.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we only found out basically when I went to the bank.
Your people that are arguing, do you want to tell them to stop? They're representing you. If this carries on, people are going to start getting locked up regardless of what this lady's issue is.
They're arguing with the
I know.
security. That needs to stop.
It does, yeah. But who's instigating it?
A question has to be raised here. Why was nobody arrested by the sergeant or his colleagues when he chose to enter the private property? Maybe, just maybe, the sergeant would have had to justify why he went onto the land in the first place. So what was the police officer's justification for climbing the fence and trespassing? Well, who better to tell you than the sergeant himself?
Why did you actually go into the property like you did?
Walk round?
Yeah, you obviously went in and people didn't like that.
They didn't know.
So why did you go in?
Why did you do that? Because, right, so there's 2 issues going on here. Those people, without being rude, don't know who they are.
This lady told you, hasn't she?
I don't know who they are.
Okay.
Okay, because if I said to them, who are you? I would imagine what answer I'm going to get. None of your business type thing. So I don't know who they are.
Right.
Okay. I don't know whether they, as much as saying solicitors taking advantage of a lady, I don't know if them people are, do I? I don't know.
Okay.
So the reason I went to that premises is I'm interested in, is there anything there that I need to be concerned about? Is there, in regards to taking over that premises, is there somebody there that should be there?
You gave me 10 minutes to decide what I was going to do, whether I was going to leave.
Or arrest.
No, I said that. No, yeah, I meant the people who are with you, not particularly you. So what I'm going to ask politely is, to prevent the continuation of the breach of the peace, I would like you to leave the premises. I would like you to leave the premises. I would like you to leave the premises.
You gave me 10 minutes to decide what I was going to do, whether I was going to leave.
Or arrest.
No, I said that. No, yeah, I meant the people who are with you, not particularly you, because you're a separate entity towards these people.
Right, and I said, so if they all go away and I'm there, and you said that
I am not. I am on body camera.
Yeah, I had 10 minutes. I think you said to decide whether I'm staying or go
with those people that are with you.
Oh, it's not me, so I can stay.
You're a separate entity, and I need to deal with your welfare, your issues separately to those people that were abusive.
So can you deal with their welfare now then, while them people are not here? How would you deal with their welfare?
No, what I'm going to do is, the paperwork that have been sent, I'm getting checked. Because studying now...
You can say that all day, but
I know.
The solicitor's been that clever.
And
he has hidden this, and it's a
what
fraud.
I want to do is, I don't want any arguing.
No, I don't.
Want any fighting. I don't want any confrontation. I have no interest in somebody sleeping in a car genuinely.
Yeah.
All right. I have no interest in kicking people out of houses, despite what they might say about me. I don't want to take kids away from parents. I have no interest in that. No. If we can try and resolve something in an amicable manner, we're not during office hours. It's not like I can go down to the court and speak to someone, is it? Because they're shut. So what I want to do is, I want to resolve this in the most suitable manner for the person that is actually of concern here, which is you, not them. Okay, I have no interest in resolving it in their interest.
I think if you deal with this lady, they'll go away.
Which is what I'm trying to do. But every time I kept speaking...
They're waiting to make sure she's okay. They're just looking after the welfare.
What they're thinking is I'm going to drag her away.
Well, I think they'll go once you deal with this lady. What are you going to do for her?
What I'm going to do with that, I'm going to try and work out what is going to happen with who should be in that house.
Okay.
Okay.
But is that not a civil dispute?
Well, this is the difficulty I've got. So, if I can establish the legal foundation and basis of that eviction notice, and whether there is an attached possession order or what, which I can't do now, once I figure that out, I know what I can do with this lady.
Possession 9/10 of the law, they're in the property, it's got her name on the register.
It has, hasn't it?
Yes.
So, where are you going to go with this?
That's what I can't answer that question because I haven't got all the information.
So you're going to get a call?
I plan to go to court.
Yes. That's why I keep getting in my van and making phone calls. I'm genuinely, you might not believe it, I am genuinely working in the interest of this lady.
I believe you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see what happens.
I'm speaking to my solicitors tomorrow, who are going to apply to the court with the evidence to say this is fraudulent.
Put a temporary freeze on the possession order.
Yes.
And the eviction notice. Which would be a solution, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But I can't do that now. So what I've got to be careful is...
Well, the house isn't going anywhere.
It isn't, is
this
it?
Mr. Feehan's been waiting 10 years.
It has, yeah, right. So, say you were in there with your husband, you make your tea and you go to bed.
Yeah.
That isn't a concern. But at the moment, I've got 15 people who are highly abusive and quite...
But they're all going.
They'll be fine once they've gone.
Unpleasant.
Yes.
Okay.
They all want to go home.
I would imagine you do.
You could resolve this right now, I think.
By saying go into your house. But the problem is, if I act in breach of a court
that
order,
would solve everything.
They can quote all sorts of stuff to me about the Magna Carta and...
But you don't listen to them anyway.
I don't listen to them, quite correct. Because some of it they're saying isn't quite right. I know what people say, freedom of the land, all that business.
I don't want to keep you, by the way, because obviously time is of the essence for yourselves.
It is. So what I'm doing is I want to make sure that I act lawfully in the best interest of people involved. Because if I do something that isn't right, I'm not being rude here, I could lose my job.
The police went round your house just then, didn't they? Three of them.
Yes.
What did they do?
They tried to get in. They tried to come to take us out, basically.
They tried to evict you?
Yes.
What were they going to do with you when they got you, do you think?
I don't know. They said I had 10 minutes.
Can I say this? If they were going to arrest you, why haven't they arrested you now?
I don't know. When I went in last time, just before Christmas, on my own, I didn't get arrested then either, but they made me leave.
It sounds like they're doing the same thing again.
Yes, they are. And yet the people that are here, that have stolen my electricity, that have stolen property from the house, and are refusing to allow me to go into my home, as well as threatening me with the dogs today.
Can I just ask you then, have you told this police officer, that they've had electricity cable running out your house to their vehicle?
I'm not sure, I don't think
You might
so.
just want to advise him that they've been stealing electricity when you get to see him next. Because that's a criminal offence, that's theft.
Yes.
It's your property, it's in your name, and it's your electricity bill.
Yeah.
So if they're stealing it without your consent, then that's theft.
We didn't get any notice whatsoever.
Yep.
Okay. The bank have given us a letter saying that they did not do this. And they're the claimants.
Yeah, you can appreciate yeah, absolutely.
I can, but they're the claimant. If the claimants are saying to you that they have not issued any proceedings, that should stop. And then it should be investigated. We shouldn't have to stay out of our home.
Right, okay. I'm not arguing.
Of course not,
who's
no.
right or wrong.
Yeah.
The difficulty is the letter is nondescript. There's no references to the eviction order. There's no references to the mortgage reference number that's on the paperwork. You know, the one that says that we don't know about, that someone looking into it. So I'll take that into account as contributory. But again, it doesn't give me enough to say that the order can't be carried out. Yeah. You give me the order which had no references on. I wasn't happy with that at all. I think everyone will agree. When I first saw that, I wasn't happy, so that's when I've done some more digging and found this one that is an issued by Burnley Magistrates Court with all the right reference numbers and all the details.
Right, I can show you 50 of those, because I've been to court 9 times this year.
Yes.
But we didn't know until after the eviction, when I went to the bank to say, why didn't you accept my money, that they have not issued anything. That's why it's a fraudulent thing by the solicitor.
LPA have done it?
No.
That's the information I've got.
Right, well, that's wrong information. Okay, well, whatever happens, the bank have not issued any proceedings.
Okay.
Is there still court proceedings
And
going
that
on?
is-
Is there still court proceedings going on? Or have you applied?
We've just applied for.
Can I just say,
court
liberty
date.
of subject 1354. You can't put anybody out of property while the due process is happening in court. Liberty of subject 1354. If you just want to double check that, it's on the statute book.
Right, so we're back
So it's still in court. So liberty of subject 1354.
There's been some repeating about displaced tenancies,
What does that
eviction.
mean?
So when this gentleman's going on about you can't kick people out of their homes,
Right.
quite correct, that legislation was in place, but there's new legislation on case statute law around that, which is about as long as you do it lawfully, do the correct procedures and get eviction notices and eviction orders and serve them appropriately. Sadly, that legislation, which is quite correct, I'm fine, I'll listen to you. I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to make either of us look like an idiot. I've no interest in that. I'm not going to argue and dispute who might have done the proceedings, how they've taken place, whether it was fraudulently issued or not, because the basis of that fraudulent issuing of the order is a separate entity towards the eviction notice that was issued on the 13th of November.
Right.
So they didn't.
My bad.
So the eviction notice on the 13th of November stands as a legally enforced document.
They didn't have a warrant on that day.
Okay.
It did not show us a warrant.
Okay.
Yeah, and I showed you a letter from the bank, from the courts, saying they had no.
No, that was 2 days before the eviction notice was
All right,
issued.
then if it was 2 days before it was issued, okay,
They want
then they need to give me at least 2 weeks' notice.
Right.
They cannot do that within 2 days.
You went to an appeal hearing a couple of days before that, didn't you?
No, not at all. it was actually on the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So the court.
And the date was issued.
No. The day before the actual eviction.
Right.
Yeah. So that was.
Is that interest? The person that's in the house, is that your partner?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Well, like I said at the beginning, if you've managed to wait this long and watch it through from the beginning to the end, you will see the police appear to be out of the depth, acting outside their jurisdiction, and some very controversial matters are raised. Allegations of fraud, theft of property, and other things besides. Why is no authority taking these things seriously? So I'm going to leave you now with the last words from the sergeant.
The security have gone, haven't they?
Right, so from the perspective of Lancashire Constabulary, we've spoken to the security agency that have been hired by a company and requested that they leave the site in order to prevent any further breach of the peace, intimidation or concerns of the lady who's now in that property. The time that they may return may be such time when they have two things, either the relevant paperwork or sufficient staff in which they feel it is appropriate to secure the facility in rightful ownership of whoever that may be when deemed suitable to do so by a court. And that's the request that has been made. So there is no expectation at all that anybody will be returning this evening. And if they do, that will be deeply upsetting and in contravention of what has been requested by the constabulary.
Okay. So she's been speaking to yourself. Just take your name for reference.
Yeah, Sergeant Jarvis.
And your number?
6032.
I think you've been quite reasonable under the circumstances. I've struggled a bit with some of it, but hey, you know, opinions.
We all have opinions.
I'm going to show that footage. Hopefully it'll reassure her tonight.
All right, okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.